Have you ever stopped to wonder why some men over 60 still have erections as strong as they did when they were 30? While many face difficulties, a drop in libido and shame at the right time, others continue with an active, powerful, and confident sex life. And no, that's not luck. It's not a miracle either. It is the result of simple choices, strategic habits, and knowledge that almost no one shares. And the best part, any man can apply this to their own routine, including you. If you are a man and over 50, this video could be a turning point in your sex life. The truth is that thousands of men are suffering in silence with erection problems, lack of desire, and that uncomfortable feeling that it's not the same as before. The problem is that many think this is part of aging and that there is no solution. But what I'm going to show you today will debunk this myth once and for all. Did you know that the health of your erection is directly linked to the health of your prostate, your blood vessels, and your testosterone? And that there are foods, exercises, and even simple habits that can reverse this situation and restore the power that seemed lost? The secret of men who continue to have strong erections after 60 is not expensive medicines, but natural strategies that most people are unaware of. Maybe you're tired of empty promises, miracle solutions that don't work, or relying on pills every time you want to have a relationship. But what I'm going to reveal here is based on science, medical studies, and real-life experiences from men who have completely transformed their sexual health with changes you can start making today. Yes, today. So if you've ever felt afraid of failing at the right time, if you've ever thought that your intimate life is over because of your age, or if you simply want to feel that intense pleasure again, like in your best years, stay with me until the end. Because what you'll discover here could not only change your relationship with sex, but also with yourself, your self-esteem, your vigor, and your masculinity. And before I continue, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Here you will receive direct, objective, and practical content about male health, sexual potency, prostate, testosterone, and everything a real man needs to know to live longer and better. No nonsense. Here is straight talk with serious and transformative information. Now tell me, would you like to know exactly what these men over 60 do to maintain strong and long-lasting erections without depending on medication and without fear of failure? So hold on tight, because in the next few minutes I'm going to reveal to you one of the biggest secrets of men's health, a secret that can give you back complete control of your sex life. And it all starts by understanding what is really sabotaging your power today. And that's precisely why I need you to pay close attention to every detail of what I'm going to show you from now on. This is not just any video. It is a real practical guide for you to regain control of your intimate life, improve your health as a whole, and return to having strong, lasting, and natural erections, even after the age of 60. In fact, take advantage of this moment and leave your like here on the video. It may seem like a small detail, but it shows YouTube that this content is important and needs to reach more men like you, who are often going through this in silence. And if you have already experienced or are experiencing any type of difficulty in your sexual life, comment below. I want to regain my potency. This type of comment not only helps me understand what you are going through, but it also creates a community of men who are on this journey of transformation together. Don't be ashamed. Here is a safe, non-judgmental space made for real men who want to take care of their health and virility with seriousness, information, and attitude. Your interaction shows that you are committed to your evolution. So write below, participate, tell me what you're feeling, what questions you have, and let's talk in the comments. And of course, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, click the subscribe button now and activate the bell. Because every week I bring videos with tested strategies, natural tips, science-based guidance, and lots of practical experience to help you overcome impotence, increase your testosterone, and regain the pleasure of living with energy and confidence. Now, with all that clear, let's get straight to the point. And I'll show you the real hidden enemy behind your drop in performance. A silent mistake that many men make every day without realizing it, and that is slowly destroying their ability to have strong erections. Stay with me, because what comes now could change everything. Most men don't even realize that they are slowly losing their potency. It all starts with small signs that seem harmless. A morning without an erection, a tiredness that doesn't go away even after a good night's sleep, a slight difficulty in maintaining firmness during intercourse, and the worst part, Many think it's normal, that this is part of age, that everything is okay, but it isn't. The loss of morning erection, for example, is not just a detail. It is a natural thermometer of your sexual health, your testosterone level, and blood circulation in your body. When it starts to disappear, it's a warning that something inside you is fading. And the problem is that almost no one talks about it. Few men have the courage to talk about what they are going through. There is shame, there is fear of appearing weak, of admitting that you are no longer in control of your own virility. Many remain silent, suffer in silence, and even avoid intimate contact with their partners for fear of failure. And this is a deep pain, which erodes self-esteem, which reduces the shine in the eyes, which makes a man feel less of a man. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Perhaps you have already experienced this situation. The partner approaching, waiting for that moment of connection, and you there, trying to hide your insecurity, hoping that everything will work out, but feeling that your body doesn't respond like it used to. And behind this, there are causes that most people completely ignore. One of the biggest villains is the decrease in blood flow, which happens naturally over the years. Veins and arteries lose elasticity, circulation slows down, and blood does not reach the penis with the same force. Without a good flow, the erection simply doesn't happen steadily. It's like trying to inflate a punctured balloon. No matter how hard you try, it will never be completely full. And that, my friend, has a direct impact on your performance, your pleasure, and your confidence. Another silent but extremely powerful factor is the drop in testosterone. This hormone is the fuel of masculinity. It is what gives energy, libido, disposition, ability to concentrate, and willpower. Without testosterone, you feel weak, lacking energy, easily irritated, lose muscle mass, accumulate abdominal fat, and of course, suffer from erectile dysfunction. The problem is that after the age of 30, testosterone levels begin to fall naturally. And if you don't do anything to reverse or at least stop this decline, the symptoms will only get worse over time. And there is one more crucial point that almost no one considers: prostate health. When inflamed or enlarged, it can put pressure on the urethra, make urination difficult, cause discomfort, and most importantly, affect your sex life. The prostate is small, but powerful. An inflamed prostate changes the entire dynamics of the male reproductive system. And you know what's scarier? Many men have an enlarged prostate and don't know it. They feel the need to urinate more often. They wake up in the early hours of the morning to go to the bathroom. It takes a while for them to start urinating, or they notice that the stream is weak, but they ignore it. They believe it is just an age thing. But ignoring these signs is like leaving a time bomb inside you. The longer you go without taking action, the harder it becomes to regain the power you've lost. This is why so many men end up turning to medications like Viagra, Cialis, and others. They mask the problem, create a false sense of control, but do not solve the root cause. And over time, the body builds tolerance, the effects diminish, and frustration only increases. Not to mention the side effects, which include headache, high blood pressure, tachycardia, and even cardiac risk. Not to mention the emotional impact of feeling like you depend on a pill to feel like a man again. Now, if you're here watching until now, it's because you've already realized that something needs to change. You don't want to be just another person who suffers in silence, who gets used to impotence, who accepts the end of their sexual life as inevitable. You want to understand what's happening with your body, with your energy, with your performance. You want to regain your confidence, your virility, your natural potency. And the good news is that this is completely possible. But the first step is to recognize that there is a real problem, and that it can be solved with the right path. But before we talk about the solutions, which I will give you in this video, it is necessary to make it clear that everything that is happening to you is not your fault. You didn't make a mistake by getting old. You are not weak because you cannot maintain an erection. You are no less of a man for going through this. What is missing is information, quality information, true information, information based on science, practice, and results. And that's what you're getting here. No nonsense, no false promises, and no miracle formulas. The big turning point happens when you stop accepting impotence as part of your reality and start to see that there are specific causes behind the drop in your sexual performance. Causes that can be controlled, causes that can be reversed, causes that have a solution. But this requires attitude. It requires you to be willing to look the problem in the face and start acting today, now, while there is still time. Because the sooner you take control of your sexual health, the faster you will see results and recover what seemed lost. And now that you understand how factors such as compromised blood flow, low testosterone, and an inflamed prostate are sabotaging your virility, I want to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these signs in your body? Have you ever woken up without an erection for several days in a row? Have you ever felt afraid of failing your partner? Have you ever avoided intimate moments for fear of getting frustrated? Tell me here in the comments. Write sincerely, even if it's just one word. I've been there, or I want to change. This is the time to give voice to your pain, because recognizing it is the first step in healing. And believe me, what comes now could be even more revealing, because understanding the problem is just the beginning. The next step is to discover what these men, who continue to have active and satisfying sex lives even after 60, do every day, often in silence, to maintain that power. And that's exactly what I'm going to reveal to you now. Are you ready to know this secret? So stay with me, because you will be surprised. What if I told you that there is a group of men who, even after 60, continue to have strong, long-lasting, and spontaneous erections? Men who don't depend on blue pills, who don't live in frustration or avoid intimate moments for fear of failure. Men who recovered, or never lost, their natural sexual potency, even as they grew older. The question is, what do they do differently? What do these men know that most don't? The answer is simpler and more powerful than you might think. These men follow a silent path, a discreet but extremely effective routine. No miracle formulas, no dubious supplements, no marketing promises. What they practice are three fundamental pillars that support an active, healthy, and vigorous sexual life: an anti-inflammatory diet, natural testosterone stimulation, and exercises that activate penile circulation. These three pillars work like a gear. When you nourish your body well, you promote the ideal environment for hormone production. When you move your body with purpose, you activate circulation and strengthen the right muscles. And when you stimulate your body naturally, without exaggeration, you keep the prostate clean, functional, and protected. Let's start with food. Most men over 50 consume foods that increase inflammation in the body on a daily basis. Soft drinks, processed meats, refined flours, fried foods, excess sugar. All of this contributes to a chronic inflammatory state, which reduces blood flow, harms vascular health, and directly affects sexual performance. The penis is an organ highly dependent on circulation. If the blood doesn't arrive with force, the erection simply doesn't happen. And that's where anti-inflammatory foods come into play as true allies for men's health. Those men who maintain their potency after the age of 60 consume foods that promote the dilation of vessels, improve the elasticity of the arteries, and keep the blood flowing with intensity. We are talking about natural vasodilator foods such as ginger, which improves circulation, raw garlic, which cleans the arteries, pomegranate, rich in antioxidants that protect tissues and promote penile irrigation, avocado, which provides good fats for hormone production, and tomatoes, which in addition to helping the prostate also improve vascular health. These men do not wait to get sick to take care of their health. They use food as preventative medicine. They don't eat just anything, because they know that each meal can be a step towards more vitality or more decay. The second pillar is the natural stimulation of testosterone. Testosterone is the most important hormone for male sex life. When it is high, desire increases, confidence grows, and erections happen easily. But when she falls, everything becomes more difficult. The problem is that testosterone can silently drop, and many men don't even realize they have low levels. The body gives signs: lack of libido, unexplained tiredness, difficulty gaining muscle mass, increased abdominal fat, frequent irritation. But these signs are confused with age things and end up being ignored. Men who follow this silent path know that there are natural ways to increase testosterone, and they apply this every day. They train with intensity, even if it is for a short time. They don't spend hours at the gym, but they do weight exercises, daily walks, push-ups, squats, Kegel exercises. They sleep well because they know that the body produces testosterone during deep sleep. They avoid excessive alcohol because it sabotages hormonal levels. And above all, they have a healthy ejaculation frequency. Yes, that's right. Science has already shown that regular ejaculation helps keep the prostate functioning well, prevents the accumulation of secretions and toxins, and promotes hormonal balance. Conscious masturbation, without guilt and in moderation, is a powerful tool for men's health. These men do not see this as taboo but as self-care. And here we enter the third pillar: specific exercises. We're not just talking about the gym or intense activities. We are talking about movements aimed at stimulating the pelvic region, improving circulation in the perineum, and strengthening the pelvic floor. Exercises like Kegel, which can be done sitting, standing, or lying down, activate muscles that many men don't even know exist. And the function of these muscles is essential to maintaining a strong erection. They support the penis during the act, help control ejaculation, and even improve overall performance. Daily walks, at least 30 minutes, are also part of this silent routine. They are simple, but they increase circulation throughout the body, reduce stress, and also promote the production of endorphins, which are directly linked to pleasure and well-being. These men also avoid sitting for a long time because they know that this compresses the prostate region and impairs circulation. Instead, they get up, move around, stretch their body, breathe deeply. They understood that the male body needs constant stimulation, attention, care, and by applying these three pillars: anti-inflammatory diet, natural testosterone stimulation, and specific exercises, they create a perfect environment for sexual potency to remain firm, alive, and present, even as the years go by. And all of this happens away from the spotlight. It is a silent process. It's not something they tell everyone. It's a daily choice. It's a commitment to men's health. It's a lifestyle. And that's what makes all the difference. And do you know the most interesting thing? You can start today. Yes, you. It doesn't matter if you are 55, 60, 65 or over. It doesn't matter if you've ever had erection problems, if you've ever thought your sex life was over, if you've ever felt ashamed. The transformation begins with a decision. Stop accepting impotence as part of aging and start building, day after day, your power back. With simple actions, with real changes, with applied knowledge. Most men will never know this, but now you know. And tell me, did you already know these three pillars? Do you already practice any of these habits in your daily life? Have you noticed changes when you started eating better or exercising more frequently? Write here in the comments, "I want to live powerfully," or "I'm going to start today." This helps me understand who is committed to this change and also strengthens this channel so that more men receive this content. Now that you understand the behind the scenes of male potency, and you know what's behind the performance of those men who continue to have strong erections even after the age of 60, it's time for you to take the next step. And this step is absolutely essential. Because understanding the problem is important, yes, recognizing the pillars that support virility is also fundamental, but it is the practical application, on a daily basis, that really transforms your life. There's no point in knowing what works if you don't put it into practice, and that's exactly why now I'm going to give you, in a clear, objective, and detailed way, the step-by-step guide to having strong erections again naturally, without medication, without injectable hormones, and without fancy formulas. Everything you need is at your fingertips, and the best part, you can start today with small, simple, and effective actions that will put you on the right path towards powerful and lasting sexual health. The first thing you need to do is understand that your body is expecting movement. A body that is still is a body that weakens, and the male body, especially after 50, needs to be activated daily, not with heavy gym training, but with conscious and constant movements. And that's why your day should start with a light walk. You don't need to run, you don't need to exhaust yourself. Just leave the house and walk for 15 to 30 minutes, preferably in sunlight. This simple walk activates circulation, oxygenates the blood, improves mood, regulates hormone production, and most importantly, begins to reverse the stagnation of your cardiovascular system. And as you already know, the proper functioning of your erection directly depends on blood flow. Walking is one of the best investments you can make for yourself. And if you can't leave the house, walk in the yard, in the apartment, use stairs. The important thing is to move. Right after this walk, or even before it, if it's more convenient, you need to take care of what you put in your body. Food is the fuel for your power, and men who have strong erections after 60 don't eat just anything. They choose foods that nourish the body, that protect the vessels, that reduce inflammation and that strengthen male hormones. For your breakfast, include foods like avocado, which is rich in good fats and helps with testosterone production, walnuts and chestnuts, which are sources of zinc, magnesium, and selenium, 3 fundamental minerals for sexual health, and tomatoes, which are a powerful source of lycopene, an antioxidant that protects the prostate and improves vascular health. You can also add boiled eggs, a little extra virgin olive oil, and a slice of whole grain bread. No white bread, stuffed biscuits, or boxed juice. These foods only inflame the body and sabotage its progress. Take care of your diet as if it were a treatment, because that's exactly what it is. After moving and eating well, the next step in your day is to set aside 5 minutes for an exercise that few men know about, but which could be a turning point in your intimate health. Kegel exercises. They are simple, require no equipment, and can be done sitting, lying down, or standing anywhere. The function of Kegel exercises is to strengthen the pelvic floor muscles, which support the penis during erection and ejaculation control. When these muscles are strong, the erection is firmer, longer lasting, and control is greater. You will notice that within a few days of practice, your body begins to respond differently. Sensitivity increases, confidence grows, and sexual energy is renewed. To do the exercises, contract your muscles as if you were holding your pee, hold for 5 seconds, relax, and repeat 10 to 15 times. Over time, you can increase the contraction time and number of repetitions. Do this every day. It takes less than 5 minutes and can change everything. In addition to movement, diet, and exercise, there are 2 points that many people ignore, but which are essential to recovering your potency naturally: sleep and moderation. Sleeping well is a natural medicine for men. During deep sleep, the body produces hormones, repairs tissues, regulates internal systems, and most importantly, generates spikes in testosterone. If you sleep poorly, sleep little, or have restless sleep, your hormone levels drop. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole at the bottom. No matter how much you try to take care of yourself during the day, the leak at night will prevent you from progressing. Therefore, create a sleep ritual. Turn off screens at least an hour before bed. Keep the room dark, quiet, and airy. Avoid caffeine and alcohol at night, and try to sleep at least 7 hours a night. Rest is an essential part of hormonal recovery and regeneration of the male sexual system. And speaking of alcohol, here is the last fundamental point of your step-by-step guide. Drastically reduce your consumption of alcoholic beverages and refined sugar. These 2 elements are true erection saboteurs. Alcohol directly affects testosterone production, reduces sleep quality, interferes with liver function, and, in excess, damages the nervous system. Sugar, on the other hand, raises insulin, causes chronic inflammation, increases the accumulation of visceral fat, that which is found in the belly, and also affects the sensitivity of hormone receptors. If you want to have strong erections, you need to make strong choices. This does not mean never drinking a beer or eating a sweet again, but rather creating awareness. Moderation is the key. Prioritize your health, and every time you think about consuming something that could harm you, remember your goal: to recover your potential as a real man. This step-by-step is not just a theory. It has already been put into practice by thousands of men who were losing their self-esteem, their confidence, their vitality, and today they are back to living with energy, desire, and pleasure. And you could be next. Just apply these habits consistently. It's not about perfection. It's about consistency. Small actions, repeated every day, create big transformations. Your body will understand. Your hormones will react. Your circulation will improve. And over time, erections will return naturally, firmly, strongly, as you deserve. Now let me hear from you. Which of these habits do you already practice? Which one do you feel you need to put into practice as soon as possible? Write one of the phrases here in the comments: "I'm going to start today," or "I want to get my erection back." This helps me understand who is truly committed to change and also increases the reach of this content. If you've stayed with me this far, it's because you're truly committed to your health, your virility, and your power as a man. And I want to congratulate you for that. Few have the courage to face the truth, seek knowledge, and, above all, take the first step towards transformation. So if you've reached the end of this video, take advantage now and subscribe to the channel, because here the content is direct without nonsense and completely aimed at helping you recover your male potency in a natural, safe, and proven way. Also activate the bell so you don't miss any of the next videos. There's a lot of important stuff coming up. And since you are one of those who goes to the end, comment below. I am part of the 5% who go to the end. This is your seal of commitment to change. I will know that you are with me, and I guarantee that I will continue delivering content with even more value for you. Oh, and of course, leave a like now, because this really strengthens this channel and helps this video reach more men who, like you, need this transformation in their lives. And most importantly, now click on the next video that appears on the screen. It is a direct continuation of what you saw here and will show you an even more advanced step to take your results to another level. I'll meet you there. Let's go on this journey together.